Hello and welcome to this intermediate yoga practice. This is a creative, full body sequence with fun and dynamic transitions that will hopefully be new to you so that you can experience something different. When you're ready, we'll begin in a seated position. So turn to face the front of your mat and straighten your legs. And relax your arms by your side. And for the first few breaths, focus your gaze on one spot and sit up tall, aligning your head over your hips. Take a deep breath in and a slow breath out. A few more breaths like this. Inhale deeply. Relax your shoulders. Exhale completely. One more time. Clasp your hands together, interlace your fingers, and roll out your wrists to warm them up. You can start with a small, slow movement, and then exaggerate the movement. Make two fists with your hands, and then open and close the hands really quickly. It might feel a little strange, but it's a great one for firing up the forearm muscles. Go as quick as you can. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shake out your hands completely. Good. Then hug the right knee into your chest. Sit up tall. Wrap the left arm around the leg and place the right hand behind you for support. Take a deep breath in, keeping the head over the hips. As you exhale, roll the right shoulder back, twist to the right. Pause here without forcing the twist. Just breath by breath, rotate the spine. Keep the left leg engaged here, flex the foot. Hold for one more breath in. Exhale out. Turn to face forward. Open the right knee out to the side. You can turn your body, turn your hips open to an angle as well. Rest the left hand on the inside of the leg. With an inhale, reach the right arm up. Exhale, bend toward the left leg. Again, without forcing it, we're still getting warm. Just breath by breath. Guide yourself into this side bend. Keep reaching through the right arm. Think of lengthening down the right side of the body. Holding for one more breath in. With your exhale out, slowly sit back up. Place the right hand behind you. Inhale to lift up into a modified side plank. So placing the right knee underneath you for support. Press through the right hand, lift up through the side of your waist. If you'd like to make it more challenging, hover the right knee off the mat or extend the leg in front of you. Pausing for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. If the leg is extended, rebend it, lower it back down. Turn to face forward and sit down. And we'll reset on the other side. Hug the left knee into your chest, sit up tall. Wrap the right arm around the leg, place the left hand behind you for support. Inhale as you sit up tall. Exhale as you twist to the left. Pause for one more breath in. Roll the left shoulder back. Exhale out. And turn to face forward. Open the left knee out to the side. You can turn your hips, turn your chest open to an angle. Right hand comes to the inside of the leg. With an inhale, reach the left arm up. Exhale, bend to the side. Guide yourself into the position with your breath. And try to find a place where you can be still. Hold for one more breath in. At the end of your breath out, sit back up. Place the left hand behind you, lift up into your modified side plank, resting on the left knee. Option 2, stay here, or hover the knee, or extend the leg in front of you. Keep pressing through the left hand, and we'll hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring the knee back down. Sit back down, turn to face forward. And extend the left leg. Flex your feet. Draw your kneecaps up toward your hips to engage your quadriceps. Rest the fingertips either side your legs. Lengthen your spine. Take a deep breath in. Maintain that length as you exhale, fold forward. And as we're still getting warm, you may not go as deep as you normally do. That's perfectly normal. No need to force it here. And breath by breath, guide yourself into position. Hold for one more breath in. Exhale out. And sit back up, bend the knees. Come into boat. Option to have the arms either side your legs. Or if you'd like more of a challenge, wrap the index and middle fingers around your big toes and extend the legs. You may notice that there's a little bit of a back and forth whilst you find your balance. That's normal. Try to focus your gaze. It really helps maintain focus here. Relax your shoulders. Hold for one more breath in. As you exhale, cross your ankles, roll over your knees, come through to tabletop. Patting the knees if you need. Spread your fingers, grip the mat with your fingertips. Inhale, arch your back, cow pose. Exhale, round your back for cat. Guide yourself through cat-cow at the pace of your breath. One more inhale through cow. Exhale to cat. Then hold your cat. Come up onto your fingertips. And from here, we'll take a few barrel rolls, rolling from the right, dipping the belly as you roll to the left, and then rounding again to go back to the right. Going a few times from right to left. And then from left to right. And come back through center, flatten your palms, tuck your toes, lift your hips, push back to down dog. For the first one, you may need a few movements to settle in here, so you could pedal out your legs, sway your hips, just guiding yourself into position. Then take a deep breath in. Exhale, come to plank. Inhale here. Exhale, chaturanga, modifying at any point that you need. For our first back bend, we'll take cobra. Inhale here, roll the shoulders back. Exhale, push back to down dog. A few more times now, just to warm up the body. Pause and take a deep breath in downward dog. Exhale to plank. Inhale here. Exhale, chaturanga. You could revisit cobra on your inhale or come through to upward facing dog. Exhale back to down dog. Final round. Inhale here. Exhale, plank. Inhale here. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, find cobra or your back bend of choice. Exhale, push back to down dog and pause here, grounding through hands and feet. Deepening the breath. With your next breath in, lift the right leg up, keeping the hips square. And pause here. Try to engage the back of the leg as you lift. Point the toes. Then round your back, bring your knee to your nose. And step the foot through, trying to push the floor away to create space to step into. Lower the back knee down. Pad the knee if you need. Then rest the right fingertips by your side or on a block and reach the left arm up and over. Finding a side bend here in our low lunge. Think of lengthening down the left side of the body as we pause here. Hold for one more breath in. Exhale, relax the left arm. Lift your chest. Then open out the back leg, kind of like you're doing a kneeling warrior two. Rest the right forearm on the thigh. Reach the left arm overhead as we find a variation of extended side angle. Again, reaching through the left arm to lengthen down the left side of the body. Pause and breathe here. With your next breath in, lift the left arm up. Extend the right leg and turn the foot to the left side of the mat. Then lower the left hand behind you and reach the right arm overhead. So we find a modified side plank. Pause and hold here, pressing through the outer edge of the right foot, reaching all the way to the right fingertips. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, lower the right hand down next to the left and turn to face the back of the mat. Press through the right foot and lift the left knee in towards your nose. Pause and hold, pushing the floor away. Exhale, extend the leg back, one leg plank. Inhale here. As you exhale, you can always lower the foot down as you move through chaturanga or keep it lifted. Then inhale through to your back bend of choice. Exhale, push back to downward dog. This time the left leg will lift. Keep the hips square. Engage the back of the leg. Point the toes. Pause here. Then bend the knee round the back as you step the foot between the hands, really pushing the floor away to create space to step into. Lower the back knee down. Pad the knee if you need. Rest the left fingertips by your side. Reach the right arm up and over as we bend to the left. Pausing here in our low lunge. Inhale, come back through neutral. Open out the back leg like you're doing a kneeling warrior two. Rest the left forearm on the thigh, reach the right arm overhead. Again, creating length down the right side of the body. If you feel that you're sinking in toward your left leg, press away. With your next inhale, lift up. Straighten the left leg. Turn the foot to face the right side of the mat. Place the right hand behind you and reach the left arm overhead to return to our modified side plank. Press away from the floor here. Press into the outer edge of the left foot as you reach all the way toward the left fingertips. Hold for a breath in. Exhale, left hand comes down. We turn to face the front of the mat now. Press through the left foot as you lift the right knee in towards your nose. Inhale here. Exhale, extend the leg back. One-legged plank. Pause for a breath in. As you exhale and lower through chaturanga, you have the option to keep the leg lifted or lower it down. Inhale to find your back bend of choice. Pause for a breath in. Exhale, push back to down dog. Inhale, lift the right leg high, open out the hip this time, and bend the knee. Just pausing here, lifting the knee as high as you can. Then look forward, sweep the knee forward to come into pigeon pose. For this pigeon pose, instead of folding directly forward, we'll fold to a diagonal over to the right side. So folding over your right knee. Make a pillow to rest your head in and find a place where you can be still. Sit yourself up, and then sit over on the right side. Swing the back leg around, and you'll cross the left leg over the top of the right. You can use your hands to help you here. If having the leg underneath bent is too much, just straighten the leg so your pose looks something more like this. Option to rest the hands on the knees, or come to full Gomukhasana, bringing the left arm up the back, reaching the right arm behind to draw the hands toward one another. You could always hold on to your clothing here. Then focus the gaze on one spot, and we'll pause for 5 breaths. Release the hands if they're there. And then place both hands on the right side. Get ready to stand up on your feet, and you'll sit up and spin around to face the back of the mat. And you may find that your feet are quite wide, so step them in hips width and walk the hands forward to come back to downward dog. Then lift the left leg high, open out the hip, bend the knee. And pause here as you lift the knee as high as you can. Then sweep the leg forward to come into pigeon pose. And this time we will fold to the left side, over the left knee. Sit up and sit over on the left side so that you can swing the back leg around and cross the right leg over the left. Again, if having the knee underneath bent is too much, straighten the leg. You can either rest your hands on your knees or bring the right arm up the back and reach the left arm behind to draw the hands together. No pressure to bind the hands completely. Find a place where you can settle, and we'll pause for 5 breaths. Release the hands if they're bound behind you and place them over to your left side. Then get ready to stand up on your feet as we spin and turn around. And again, you'll land with the feet wide, but this time we'll fold forward, finding a wide forward fold. Option to bring hands towards the mat or maybe catch hold of the back of the feet to draw yourself in a little deeper. A couple of options now. You can either come down to child's pose if there's not so much energy today. Come up into headstand or work towards forearm stand, depending on what is in your practice. So I'll be cueing for forearm stand, as I don't always do this in class and I know a lot of people have been requesting it. So scooch the feet in hips width, walk the hands forward, and find a comfortable distance where you can lower down to your forearms. You can either keep them parallel or clasp the hands together. I find this is easier if you're just getting started here. And then practice lifting one leg and holding here. This might be as far as you take it, but if you'd like to go further, practice lifting the other heel and taking hops off that foot. Remember that it's just playful, it doesn't need to be perfect. If you do come up, see if you can find your balance. Even if it's a little wobbly, pause here. After a few breaths, come down. If you're in headstand as well, come down. And we'll take rest in child's pose. And if you were just in forearm stand or headstand, shoulders may be a little tired now. So you can relax your arms by your side and rest the head on the mat. Just letting the breath slow down now. Sit back up and come and lie down on your back. Hug your knees into your chest. Option to keep the knees together, or you could open them apart. And we'll rock side to side. There's also the option to take happy baby here, catching hold of the feet. If you're in happy baby, let go of your feet. If the knees are wide, bring them together. And keeping the knees in this tucked position, open your arms into a T shape. And using the strength in your abdominal muscles, let your legs fall over to the right, slowly. And when you can no longer hold it anymore, allow yourself to relax into the support of the ground, and we'll pause here in our supine twist. With your next breath in, lift the knees back up again, using the strength in your abdominals. And as you exhale, let the knees go over to the left. Go super slow, using the strength of your obliques. And when you get to your limit, allow the legs to relax into the support of the ground. And we'll pause here. Lift the knees back up and lower the feet down. Extend the legs. Relax the arms by your side to settle in for Savasana. Making any adjustments you need so that you can be comfortable and be still here for the next few minutes. Bring awareness back to your body. And gently move your fingers and toes. Hug your knees into your chest. And roll onto your side. And when you're ready, join me back in a seated position. Just keeping the eyes closed for now. Relax your shoulders. Soften the muscles in your face. And take these final few moments to soak in the effects of the practice. We'll finish by taking a deep breath in and an audible breath out. And open your eyes when you're ready. Thank you so much for your time and energy. I hope that you enjoyed this practice. Take care, and I'll see you next time.